whole top.
They're really letting us have it. Taking heavy fire.
Sustaining
here.
fire. Don't they know who I am?
That was a good one.
Yo, what's up, Click21? Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm going to be telling you which guns are still the best in Warzone using your Cronus Zen. Yes, it may not be the meta that you think it is, or it may be if you pay attention to my Twitter or if you're a member of my Patreon. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright guys, real quick, I just gotta mention a couple of things before we jump into this video real fast. We do have affiliate through NordVPN, so guys, right now I'm on a Miami server and I've been getting straight up 0.6 lobbies. You can look at my COD tracker. I will say I've been getting crazy lobbies as of late, like 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. Before the VPN, I probably was getting like a 1.1, something like that. And I've even tweeted about this. Probably if you follow me on Twitter, you've seen me mention it, how Huskers and some of these streamers, they're whitelisted or they use VPNs, they'll get a lot easier lobbies. So if you want to try this out, I'll have a link in the description below, guys, but 30-day money-back guarantee. Definitely try it out if you want to try to get these easier lobbies. And yes, I do have a video even showing you how to set it up on console as well. So check that out if you're interested. And of course, if you need help setting up your Cronus, I just added some more information about the meta guns today that a lot of people don't know about. That's kind of pertaining a little bit to this video. Go ahead and join the Patreon, 3 different tiers. Happy to help all you guys. Showing love and support. It's been amazing. I can't thank you all enough. Me and everybody else that works on this. We are truly appreciative of that. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into the video today. I want to go ahead and talk about what are the 2 best guns to use with your Cronus. Now, of course, we've always known with the Cronus, some guns are going to work better than others. Those that have less recoil tend to get a little bit better aim assist. So I was on Twitter, and I'm going to pull up my Twitter real quick just to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. If you're not familiar with TrueGameData, you want to go ahead and make sure you pay attention to some of this. And you don't have to pay attention like that specific because I'm always on top of it. Just like when I was talking about the Owen meta, and then Joe uploaded a video on it talking about how the Owen was maybe the meta. It's not really the complete meta, but it's right there with the MP40, and I've been stating that from the beginning. But guys, make sure you follow me on Twitter so you can get some of these updates before I upload. It's 21 Cosmic 1, which is my tag. I'll throw it up here on the screen real quick. But anyway, guys, there's a lot of information you can find on Twitter. TrueGameData is one of the OGs, guys. I've been following him. Whenever I do a video, I try to do as much research as possible. Now, of course, these are your sniper infographics and stuff like that I always throw up. But as far as the meta go, guys, right now I'm going to tell you the best guns to use in Warzone are actually not even Vanguard weapons, and that's perfect right now with the playlist that we have. I've been using the XM4 and the MP40 together. Now, if you're a fan of the AUG 5.56, as you can see here, these are all the gun rankings. All that's taken into consideration when it comes to attachments, time to kill, recoil, all that good stuff is thrown into a spreadsheet. The best weapons right now is the XM4 and the AK-47 Cold War Edition. I hate to break it to you, it's not even Vanguard that comes in until maybe the 4th or 5th weapon. The Bren, as we all know, is an incredibly overpowered weapon. But right now what I'm running, and you'll see this, is the XM4 and the MP40 together. Now, of course, I'll still throw in the Owen a lot, and I'll still throw in maybe the AUG. If you're a fan of the Modern Warfare AUG, go ahead and use that as well as your SMG. I'm going to pull up my loadout real quick just to show you guys what I have changed actually with the XM4. Now, I just started playing with this since last night, since I was passed along this information. This is very important. A lot of people get misinformation about which gun is the best. You know, the LAPA or the LAPA is definitely up there if you want to use that. But I prefer the MP40 over that gun myself personally, just for the mobility and sake of all that. So definitely check that out if you haven't checked that. That'll probably be our next video. We'll cover that. We'll break that down with some recoil values. The best part about the XM4 and the MP40 is the recoil is not crazy, so you're going to get crazy aim assist. I will say the only downside to it is if you're using one of these packs, you're kind of caught in between, right? You're not going to find a pack that's going to have both of these weapons in it, so you're going to want to use these with script. Now, of course, you could always set up the Call of Duty Pro pack, and in this case, for instance, if I was going to use the XM4 with the MP40, you're going to have to set up the XM4 as your primary, and then you're going to have to kind of use the MP5 Cold War Edition for your secondary weapon, which is, there's no problem at all. You can still have, there's many ways to do that, but I recommend definitely using a script and then using legacy AR values. All you have to do is set your primary vertical recoil to around 28 to 32 for your vertical, and the -1 for horizontal, and then the same thing for your secondary, and these guns are kind of interchangeable within that script. Check out my XM4 video in the past if you're unfamiliar with all those settings, but I'm telling you guys right now, the best gun in Warzone is actually not any of the Vanguard weapons except maybe the MP40, and then you could throw in the Bren, of course. So I wanted to kind of throw this video up there. I've been waiting, you know, some more data on these weapons. Now that you have all these attachments and everything, it's crazy to me that the top 4 weapons in the game right now are still either Modern Warfare or Cold War weapons. Now, of course, there are 3 very, very good Vanguard weapons that set themselves apart when it comes to these guns. In my opinion, of course, as the data has shown, it's going to be the Bren, the MP40, and the PPSH, right? Now, of course, the only other ARs I recommend using right now besides the Bren probably would be the STG-44. And of course, as y'all know, one of my favorites, the Cooper Carbine, because the Cooper Carbine almost feels like that Kilo. If you can't get recoil down pat with the Cronus, I recommend maybe using the Cooper Carbine. Now, it's not going to give you that long distance that you would want with some of your other ARs. It's a good mid-range AR, so keep that in mind when you're using the Cooper Carbine. It's almost like your FFAR, for instance, or your Kilo. So let me pull up my loadout, what I'm using for the XM4 and the MP40 right now, to give you an idea of what is the best attachments to use and the best loadout. Alright guys, I will mention why it's loading up real quick. I know a lot of people are having issues. Sometimes their Cronus is disconnecting or their controller is disconnecting while in the game. All I can say to that, guys, make sure you actually pull up your Zen Studio, maybe power cycle it, you know, either unplug it, or you could go ahead and uncheck enable PS4 speciality, check it again, power cycle your device. This has helped me a lot with my controller disconnecting. I've had the same issue actually last game. So kind of keep that in mind, guys, if you're having that issue. But I'm going to show you my loadout, what I'm using with the XM4. I didn't change a whole lot from what you see in the past with my videos. The only thing I've really done is put the barrel to a little bit longer barrel, which you kind of need that in Caldera, right? Because of the way the map is. And this meta comes at a perfect time because of the playlist update, which I'm going to show you in just a second. So I'm using the XM4, and then of course we got agency suppressor. And now instead of the task force barrel, I went to the takedown barrel just to get that little bit longer range. That's what you're going to need in Warzone Pacific. Field Agent foregrip, of course, 60 round mag and still the 3X. Nothing else has really changed with that loadout. Now, of course, my MP40 is a little bit different than everybody else's. I don't like a sight on it, and most people don't if they're using it as an SMG, which you should be. Make sure you guys check this loadout out if you want to. I got the VDD 34M stock, the Krosnick 221 MM01B barrel, recoil booster, the SMLE pistol grip. I mean, some people might want to use a little bit different under barrel, but I like this one for the mobility's sake. Of course, we have the incendiary rounds, the 40 round mags, and the leather grip. And then of course quick, we want the unmarked and the quick, you know, for concealment, and then the quickness that you get with your SMG. This is the loadout I'm using. So guys, I've been blabbling way too long. I just wanted to show you what the data comes out. Totally happy that this was finally put together. This is the loadout I'm using, and it comes perfect right now. Like I was saying with this playlist update, the only Vanguard specific game mode we have right now is the Plunder Trios. So this is a perfect time to bust that XM4 back out so you can start popping melons back in Warzone, boys. The only problem you're going to see, like I said, make sure you're using the Pro Aim V6, V5, aim lock scripts, Wolf Warrior, anything like that. That way you can set these up as legacy ARs. You don't have to put the guns in specifically. You can just put the recoil values in. Like I said, just start out around a 30 and then you can adjust from there. Now, I will say one thing before we take off, guys. I got my PS5. I've had it for a while. I just got my capture card. We are ready to start kicking off stream. I'm going to be streaming from the PS5 for a while until these new video cards come down a little bit. It's just kind of frustrating. I wanted to stream from my PC, but just finding a 3080 Ti or anything like that has been crazy. So I do want to say I finally got my capture card. We're ready to start kicking off these streams. I'm just going to be streaming from the PS5, so we're going to start holding tournaments and customs and stuff like that. We'll have to do console only until, I know there's still some hackers. I run into them all the time on PC, so I know the anti-cheat is there, but it's still not fully in effect. All right, I appreciate all love and support. I'm not going to leave you with a lot of gameplay just because this video is long enough. Drop a comment below. Make sure you hit that like button. We will see you on the next video, probably tomorrow or this weekend. Stay safe. Make sure you tell the people you love them if you do love them, and we'll see you on the next one. Go outside, enjoy your day. We'll see ya. Bye.